Do the master key ring any bells? I just want to know, do the master key ring any bells to any women out there? I'm not trying to lock it down, especially if you do not want to be locked down. You got your own free will, baby, and I'm not trying to go against that. But a lot of y'all is on lockdown and dealing with niggas who putting their hand on you, niggas who hurting you, niggas who just strong arming their way for your love, and y'all accepting that and dealing with that. So if that what y'all want to deal with, that what you ready to deal with, you can deal with that. Cause one thing about me, baby, you can do whatever the flip you want to do. Especially if you choose to not want to be in my company or presence at the moment. So that means when you out of my care and my surrounding, you free to do whatever the hell the flip you want to do. If you feel like I'm not good of a man for you, if you feel like I lack certain areas in knowledge and mental, so get what that means. Like shit, you free to do whatever you want to do. I don't go against nobody's free will. Never did, never will have. But when it come to you want to do what you do, what you want to do, guess what? You free as this lock. You see how this lock, as much as this thing that got unlocked, you free. When it come to me, hey baby, free will. But if you dealing with this here, you on solid and you on confinement with a man. This apply for women too, men too. If you dealing with abuse and torture, disrespect, but you still to be like this here, maybe we need to go get examined and we can see who the real fool is. Okay? Because when it come to me and somebody who don't want to deal with me and they feel like they time need to be away from me and they ain't trying to no longevity, well, guess what? Hello? But I do find it a damn shame that a lot of people rather deal with bullshit over something that's is willing to uplift you and, love you and teach you. That shit gotta be vice versa. It's like I give it to you, you give it to me. It gotta be vice versa. I'm tired of being the one doing all the giving and not getting it and receive. Shout out to the ones that was in my life who gave it to me. Cause back in the day, I was the asshole. And I find out when I was more of an asshole than I am today, it's like I was getting all the respect, all the glory, all the gratitude. But it also taught me a very valuable lesson, man. And it's a good feeling when you can feel good alone. That's a hell of a feeling, man. Ain't no one in sight. Ain't no one in sight. It ain't that the ones who ain't in sight don't love me, because I know some do. But the fact that I got the kahunas now, and to take on life all alone with nothing, I'm so used to like, damn, wanna kick it with partner. I used to be so desperate to kick it with partners. Desperate to have a woman in my life. She's sleeping on the side of me, I feel good. Making me feel like a man because I got this woman on the side of me. But if that woman the enemy, That's a lose-lose. But now that I'm up by myself, alone, handling business, doing what I gotta do alone, when I ain't gotta seek for no validation or nobody to be in my presence, I find out that's very that's that grown man that came in me now. Handling necessary business. Cause I used to feel like very dependent. Like if I don't got this, that, and the third on the side of me, I used to feel like I couldn't be the man. I can't be, who I am. I can't be, top tier because I don't have this and that. Your loneliness is levels to that shit. When it first happened and somebody might walk out on your life, that first stage of that loneliness, man, oh my God, that shit broke me down like a cattle, man. I felt it vulnerable, desperate, misunderstood, low self-esteem, the whole 9 yards. But now, it seems like I done got stronger. And there ain't no seeming I did. You develop a strength after time and time. You develop a strength in that. With that non-dependent attitude, where you feel like I used to feel like I had to go over here to the girl house to go lay down with her. I felt like I had to go goddamn pull up on certain partners. I had to. I felt like it was a must. And ain't nothing against none of them, the fact that I ain't with them, but it's like shit. When you grown as a man, goddamn it, when you grow up, man, you don't fear nothing. You don't fear what you normally used to fear. I can cut my lights off and lay in the dark and sleep good. Sleep good when I cut my lights off in the dark. Nigga, I used to have to, have devices around me to sleep. The TV and shit, lights. Especially like when my mom and my father first passed away when I was 15 and 18. I was still a baby. So I couldn't sleep nowhere in no dark. Cause when they died, I was terrified. Still to this day, I'm traumatized. But I was more traumatized back then. I was scared to cut them lights off. I was a baby. Having flashbacks about seeing them in that casket. Or thinking I'm gonna see their spirit while I'm laying down in the dark. But when I close my eyes and dream about them people, man, oh boy, that feel like the best feeling ever. The best feeling. And I know I'm judged and I'm criticized in a world like this, but basically, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna tell you that now. I don't give a fuck. Out of the shit that I don't experience and witness and been through, I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about me, Mr. Joey, Mr. Joey. Done been through too much. I don't got a problem with walking alone. When you come to that point, when you ain't got no problem walking alone and living alone and doing shit by yourself. When you come out that little shadow that you was in, that dependent shadow, that shadow, where you feel like you need people. When you come out that shadow, oh my God, it's a breath of fresh air, bro. It's a breath of fresh air, man. I don't need nothing. If I got a nigga, if I die alone, that's what it is. What I'm gonna do about it? But shit, I can tell you, man, life be going smooth when you ain't got motherfuckers in your ear, man. I had so many motherfuckers in my ear, man. Family members, people that I known, so-called women that screwed me over. So you got all this shit in your ear at a young age, you don't know where to go. You don't know what to fucking think. But now at this age of 36, I have my own mind. It's like, George, what you gonna do for you? What better serve you? What you gotta do to make ends meet? Not what make such and such happy, or this or that and third happy, because you realize when you do that, you always find yourself at the bottom of the barrel looking stupid. And let's be quite frank, a lot of women in today's society, they very, very bitter, distasteful, judgmental, hateful. And before I deal with that shit and lower my standards and lower myself again, I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life, man. Before I go through that shit again, the entitlement and all that shit, the disrespect, I'm not finna deal with it. I mean, call me an asshole, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm not finna deal with it. It ain't worth it, bro. Because a lot of motherfuckers in that graveyard today, it's a lot of motherfuckers in that penitentiary today because of a bitter woman. Mark my word now, believe it or not. If you take anything else from that video, you better understand that the wrong woman is not a woman in general. It's the wrong one. The one is not for you. The one who don't meet your needs up in here. If she don't meet this in here, oh boy, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10, it ain't worth it, bro. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. And I understand the wicked man will meet his wicked prize. If you a man out here and you in that shit, you living that life, and you a cruel motherfucker that don't give a fuck, that don't kill people, evidently you gonna run into that same woman. She just a different version of you. She the opposite of who you is. 9 out of 10, they gonna destroy each other. But one thing for sure, if you a good brother out here, one thing that I hate to see good people fall behind evil, bitter motherfuckers. Because guess what? I was one of them once upon a time. Yes, I done fell down plenty times because somebody wasn't true to me. Somebody didn't have my best interests at heart. But guess what though? I gotten back up. And when you get up, you know better. So when you know better, you do better. So I had to challenge me and say, you know what? Everything that look good ain't good. Don't go out here fishing for the wrong thing, nigga. Don't go somewhere fishing in the sea, nigga. And instead of catching a fish, you catch a damn jellyfish or a stingray. Cause most of these motherfuckers out here, they just nothing but stingrays. They meant to sting you, drain you, take the very essence of who you is away from you. Fucking with the wrong one, they would take the very essence away from you. You won't know who you is. I'm telling you. You won't know who the fuck you is no more. Cause you getting dragged this way by niggas. You getting dragged that way by a lot of females. So you find yourself in a goddamn confused array of confusion. You don't know which way to go. You don't know who is who. But I said, I had to think to myself. I said, hold on now. Let me fall back. But once you fall back and you go to thinking and you let the Most High above talk to you, he gonna show you who for you and who ain't for you. I don't give a damn. You in the vicinity of 1,000 people. He gonna show you who for you and who ain't. And he gonna show you when you need to move and how you need to move. But for the ones who did me dirty, they gonna get what they did to me. But the thing about it, like, let them swim in that pool over there, that pool of being bitter, that pool of jealousy, that pool of envy, that pool of narcissism, that pool of violence. Let them swim in that pool over there. That ain't got nothing to do with the ones who are good. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Let them swim over there. That shit might look cool. That shit might look fun. That shit ain't what it is, though. On the outside looking in, I was looking at how a lot of people living their life like, damn, why I can't live like that? It's a scripture say, don't be jealous of the wicked when they prosper. And they prosper, they get everything they want. They get damn near everything. And the thing about it, motherfuckers like us, we content with what we got. We don't got everything we got, what they most of them have. But it ain't no pressure though. Cause you know, every dog got a day. That's what you gotta understand. Every dog got a day, man. Good or bad. Every dog got his day, good or bad. So I'd rather sow into what's doing good. Doing the best I can. Cause one thing about a hater die all day, every day. But a soldier die once. And if you don't take nothing with you, take that part from with you. Most definitely. So shout out. I'm out.